Have you ever wondered why living in the Philippines is hard? It's a question that's often asked, yet rarely do we dive deep into the heart of the matter. Today we'll be peeling back the layers of life in the Philippines, exploring the economic landscape, the availability of job opportunities, and the cost of living. Each of these elements plays a significant role in the daily struggles faced by individuals residing in this vibrant Southeast Asian archipelago. So buckle up and prepare for a journey into the gritty reality of life in the Philippines. Stay tuned. Firstly, let's take a look at the economic situation in the country. The Philippines, known for its stunning beaches and vibrant culture, unfortunately has a less glamorous side when it comes to its economy. The income disparity is stark, with the wealthy enjoying an opulent lifestyle, while the vast majority grapple with economic hardships daily. The country's GDP might be growing, but the wealth has not trickled down to the average Filipino. The minimum wage is barely enough to support a family, and the cost of living continues to rise. This income disparity sees the rich getting richer, while the poor struggle to climb out of poverty. The poverty rate, too, is a sobering statistic. Despite efforts to reduce it, a significant portion of the population still lives below the poverty line. Many families live hand to mouth, with the daily struggle to make ends meet overshadowing any dreams of financial stability. This is the reality for millions of Filipinos who work tirelessly but still find themselves caught in the cycle of poverty. The economic situation also affects the country's youth. Many are unable to pursue higher education due to financial constraints. This lack of access to quality education further perpetuates the cycle of poverty, making it harder for the next generation to escape the economic struggle. The country's economy is also heavily reliant on remittances from overseas Filipino workers. While this does bring in foreign currency, it also signifies a lack of local job opportunities, forcing many to leave their families behind in search of better wages abroad. Inflation is another issue, with the prices of basic commodities steadily rising. This further exacerbates the struggle of the average Filipino, as their income remains stagnant while the cost of living continues to increase. Clearly, the economic situation is a major obstacle for many Filipinos. The income disparity, the high poverty rate, and the struggle to make ends meet paint a picture of an economy that is leaving many of its citizens behind. Next, we explore the job market in the Philippines. A major challenge that Filipinos face is the scarcity of job opportunities. This is particularly true for the youth and recent graduates who are eager to put their skills and education to use. Imagine spending years obtaining a degree only to find that there are limited opportunities in your field. It's a frustrating reality for many young Filipinos. They're equipped with knowledge, brimming with ideas, and ready to contribute to society, but the job market isn't reciprocating their readiness. This lack of job opportunities leads to high rates of unemployment and underemployment. Unemployment is when individuals who are actively seeking employment can't find work. Underemployment, on the other hand, is when individuals are working, but their jobs don't utilize their skills, education, or experience. They might be working part-time when they desire full-time work, or they could be working in a job that doesn't match their qualifications. Sadly, the Philippines has consistently had high rates of both unemployment and underemployment. This problem is further exacerbated by the fact that each year, thousands of fresh graduates join the workforce, increasing competition for the limited jobs available. The result? A significant number of Filipinos seeking employment overseas. They take the heart-wrenching decision to leave their families and homes behind in search of better job prospects and higher wages. This phenomenon, known as the brain drain, sees the country losing its skilled and educated workforce to foreign countries. In a nutshell, the lack of job opportunities in the Philippines is not just an economic issue, but a social one as well. It affects not just the individuals struggling to find suitable employment, but also the families they leave behind and the country that loses its valuable human resources. The lack of job opportunities is a significant hurdle for many Filipinos. It's a challenge that the country continues to grapple with, and one that needs urgent attention for the well-being of its citizens and the overall development of the nation. Now let's discuss the cost of living in the Philippines. The cost of living is a crucial factor that affects the quality of life for any individual, and in the Philippines, this is a significant concern. The cost of basic necessities such as food, housing, and healthcare is relatively high compared to the average income of many Filipinos. Let's take housing as an example. With the increasing urbanization, the cost of housing in major cities has skyrocketed, pushing many to live in overcrowded or substandard conditions. A simple two-bedroom house in the city can cost nearly half of an average Filipino's monthly income. This leaves little room for other essentials like food, transportation, and healthcare. Speaking of healthcare, while the Philippines has made strides in improving its healthcare system, the cost can still be prohibitive for many. A single visit to the doctor can cost a day's wage, and that's without the cost of medication. And if we delve into the cost of education, it's a similar story. The high cost of private education forces many families to rely on the public school system, which, while free, often lacks resources and facilities. Now let's talk about daily essentials like food and transportation. While the cost of these might seem reasonable at first glance, they quickly add up, especially when you consider that they are recurring expenses. Many Filipinos find themselves having to choose between a nutritious meal and saving up for their children's education or an unexpected medical expense. In essence, the high cost of living in the Philippines, coupled with the relatively low average income, creates a challenging environment. It forces many Filipinos to make difficult choices and compromises every day. They have to stretch their hard-earned money to cover their basic needs, often leaving little to no room for savings or emergencies. The high cost of living is another major challenge for Filipinos. It's a harsh reality that many face day in and day out, and it's one of the reasons why life in the Philippines can be tough. But despite these challenges, the Filipino spirit remains resilient, always finding ways to smile and remain hopeful in the face of adversity. Before we proceed further, a quick reminder. If you're finding our content insightful, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Stay connected with us for more compelling discussions and deep dives into fascinating topics. Now back to our discussion. In conclusion, living in the Philippines can be a tough experience. We've taken a journey today, exploring the economic situation, the scarcity of job opportunities, and the high cost of living that many individuals face in this beautiful yet challenging country. To recap, we delved into the economic climate, highlighting the struggles that many face in their daily lives. In a world where the rich are getting richer, it's the ordinary folks who bear the brunt of an economy that's far from stable. We then moved on to job opportunities, or rather, the lack of them. We discussed how many Filipinos are compelled to seek employment abroad, trading the comfort of home for the promise of better wages and improved living conditions. Lastly, we touched on the high cost of living. We dwelt on the fact that, for many, the daily grind is just about making ends meet, with little left for the good life. It's a stark reality that many face, and it's a narrative that needs changing. But remember, every cloud has a silver lining. The Filipino spirit is resilient and hopeful, always finding ways to smile amid adversity. We hope this video has shed some light on the realities of life in the Philippines and sparked a conversation about the changes needed. Remember to subscribe for more amazing contents. Keep wondering. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.